Okay, this is a one-off recording, Motzi Shabbos, the Likutei Melava Malka. We'll make a brocha, bocha ta'adinoi, lchaim melech holyland, berei piragofen. First thing we have to do at Melava Malka is thank Hashem for all the blessings, all the good, all the miracles He's doing for us. As a people in Eretz Yisrael and throughout the world, He's getting rid of evil, getting rid of terror, getting rid of our enemies. So, and we're going to learn, Rebbe Nachman ben Faiga ben Simcha came up a lot the last Tekufa about the inyan of not having rachamim on the wrong people. Not that if you want to come to a level of das, of knowledge, you have to understand that if you have rachamim on the cruel people, you yourself become cruel. If you have mercy on the wrong people, you become part of their reality. And this is a time where that's being very clarified, very much clarified, and being that it's Melava Malka and David Melech, a special time, Malchus Mashiach, we have the koach to really be lowlrophet with all our enemies, to successfully defeat them in the merit of the tzaddikim. You know, we mentioned this pasuk from Bruce in the Torah here. We're going to learn that the whole night Boaz was waiting. Yeah, he was waiting for the morning with Ruth to be able to redeem her. Shishvi ada boker, lie with me until the morning. So what was the avoda here? It says, Rabbi Nachman says in Torah Lamed Ches, Sif Daled, he says, as I noflim kol mekatrikim, sholtim ala diba, as dibo yotze mashir v'shevach v'hala HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So there was all these potential prosecutors, like we see in the world, so much prosecution against our people, and it all got turned around with the koach of Boaz and Ruth. We mentioned in those Shavuos, but also you should know that the night where this happened was Yud B'Tammuz. Dafka in the Chodesh of Tammuz, in the time where we are heading towards right now. It's already after Parshat Balak. Now we're already really entering into the stories from Vihim ben Sararon and all the challenges of Am Yisrael and Sefer B'Midbar. It's called the Sefer Mistakes, which Shlomo Katz was bringing down from Shlomo Kalibach. All the mistakes start to begin. This is a difficult time. Parsha Shlach Lecha is where the Am Yisrael themselves, we get to a point where we're not clear about Eretz Yisrael and we're not able to speak good about Eretz Yisrael. The speaking is not correct. So there's all these kitrukim, all these people who speak against Eretz Yisrael, these prosecutors, including from our own people, God forbid, and comes out the story from Boaz and Ruth is fixing that. It's turning it around to Shevach v'Hodah, v'Halal v'Hodah, and the inyan of Halal HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that Akim al Damilach, that my God, to you, Damilach, Kamosha Kosev, Laman Zamar Kavod V'lo Yidum. We won't be quiet, we won't be silent. You know, someone said to me that this is the time where we need to speak out. We need to share the truth. We have to praise Hashem, thank Hashem for the miracles He's doing for us, and speak the truth. It's not a time to sit on the sidelines. It's time for us to rise up like lions. Think of all the hashgacha pratis in that. This is a time where we need to really find the lion within our people, this warrior, this beast, to fight our enemies. And this is through speaking correctly. This is the beginning of this sif, is tikkun adibur. This part of Torah from Likutei Moharan is fixing up the speech. The fixing up the speech is what's going to give us stability. By praising Hashem, Shlomo reminded me, Azam Alakai Ba'odi, to see the Nekudas Tovus, everyone's trying, everyone's going through a hard time period right now. You know, tonight we were on our way to Tel Aviv, it was never meant to be, but in our mind, we were meant to go and we're going to give a shir on the road. The shir was meant to be on the road with my Chavrusah, and instead, Baruch Hashem, I'm in my home. The event's postponed. Laivy Miller made a wise announcement about it, and please God, we'll make another event soon. But once again, that means people out there need to show more support, not just in tefillahs and praying, but also financially. Reach out to us in Eretz Yisrael. You know, this is a big part of my business, Unity Bookings, Unity Events. Reach out to people like us, help make it happen, so in this more challenging time, we feel the support in all ways. I'll put a link in the description how you can do that. But the main thing is that we have the ability, not just through charity, through kindness, but speaking correctly. All those people that reached out to us during this time and show their love, show their care, it means a lot. And that was what Laivy mentioned, the prayers. It really makes a big difference when we feel the support in a real way. This is a very, very deep Torah. So we're going to go through now a little bit with the explanations from Breslov.org. Yeah, that we already mentioned that the idea of you fix up your speech through learning Torah in Anias, in Dachas. I know I don't wish this upon anyone. Nobody should have poverty. Nobody should have suffering. Everyone should have shefa, abundance. But there's a certain reality where I've experienced this myself, living in Exile for over 8 years, where we've lived in the most simple way. And when you learn Torah in that Metzias, it's a whole different level of learning. It goes in the deepest way. Your children grow up in a more pure way. There's no musagim about all these gashmis things, all these fancy things. Your children are also, they're hungry for those moments of connection with Tzaddikim, and it's a different kind of lifestyle that, Baruch Hashem, for many, many years we lived in Eretz HaKodesh, in the Holy Land, and we hope that pure lifestyle can continue to grow. Obviously it should be with shefa. We need to have abundance. We need to be able to be in a land Eretz Chalav Dvash, a land of Zevetz Chalav Dvash, of shefa, of Shabbos, of abundance. But there's a process to get there. And fixing up speech, it has to be learning Torah in times of Aniyas B'Dachas. Can also not just be financially, but can also be when you're in situations where you have other distractions. Right now, Melava Malka, during a war, there's a lot of people to reach out to, a lot of things to distract ourselves, a lot of technology to distract ourselves. And I said to the community, I'm not willing to stand on the sidelines. I want to be involved. I want to help. I want to make some things happen. If we can't do things in gatherings, in groups of people, there's a shutdown pretty much, just it's triggering a little bit, like Corona days, Hashem Shreinu. But then we have to do other positive things, like creating this shir. We have to make a shir. Baruch Hashem, my son asked me, let's make a Melava Malka. And it's the best thing we could do is learn a bit of Torah together, make a lchaim, thank Hashem for all the good. And to realize that we have ability through Amunah and through learning Torah in a more challenging time to really fix up our speech. Bechina Laila, Shashatana v'Kates kol basa, Kamosha Kosev, Kate Sam l'choshech. There's going to be an end to this darkness, like it says in Bereshis. V'Kitziv l'choshech kvar Laila. This is what we were learning at the end of last week. So these are deep concepts, but the concept of Choshech and Laila represents confusion. This is what the real Anias and Dachas and challenges and poverty is the bilbul, the confusion it creates. Yeah, as we said, Das is the most important thing. So if Das is clear, then we can learn. Das Torah, clarity. Who's the good people? Who's the not good people? Who's the ones who are standing up for humanity and neshama, and who are the Rishoyim, the ones who represents ideologies of death, a death cult, who represent evil. And it's very clear in this war that Israel is the side of good, and Iran is on the side of bad. Whatever political, complicated way you want to try explain, but there's all these people out there talking that overcomplicate everything with all these theories. But when you have a very clear picture of humanity, when with Das, with knowledge, that the Jewish people, even we can go to a non-Jew, PPD, he'll say, like Jews, they have their issue with money, like very into money and very into making success, but they're good people, and that he was Moda. These people who are running Iran are murderers, they're gangsters, they're one of the biggest causes of problems in humanity right now. And all the destruction, all the pain, all the sorrow that people are going through in all these countries surrounding Israel, including in the Gaza Strip, all these people, it's all because of these evil leaderships and the people themselves not conquering these evil leaderships. And if they can't conquer them, we'll have to do it. And that's what's happening. We are the bearers of light to remove these evil leaders who want to destroy their people. Israel, we treat our people with kindness, even if there's all kinds of politics, all kinds of nisyonis as a people, and we have a lot to work on ourselves, but it's nothing near this evil. This evil is a whole nother level. And we have to fight that. And that's clarity, that's Das. And we have to fight that in the world, in this understanding. And we have to keep fighting it within. Say our holy sages, they should be remembered for a blessing. Those who learn Torah in the night, which is what we're doing now. Momshrin alav, we're drawing upon ourselves. Moshrin alav, chut shel chesed, b'yom. It brings down kindness in the day, so we were learning the other day. Chesed who, says weiter in this Torah, b'chinas boker, da Avram. K'mo shekosa b'zohar, ha-boker, da Boker da'avram anoshim shlocha inin marid inin hema v'chumareim inin kol sitra b'savra. K'moshikosav shichvi ad boker as nofrim kol b'kar. That's where we got to with the Boaz story. So let's see what it says underneath on this whole concept of drawing down kindness. Says our holy sages, the David HaMelech taught, Yomam, and this, remember this is his Suda, Melava Malka, Yomam Saveh Hashem Chasta, V'layla Shiri Imi, that Hashem commands kindness in the day, and in the night he sings with me. Mavoa Maharsha, Panav Sha'adam Nia B'layla, Hein B'der Klaus, Ephes Lamare, Ketoitzes, we're pushing away the tiredness. We mentioned it in our Suda, Leil Shabbos and Shabbos Day, the union of Rotzen, the Sadiqim. It was more Leil Shabbos we mentioned it, from the idea of having Rotzen, from Rav Shalom Orish Sefer or Chadash, a new light. I had the merit to learn in his institution and teach there and be part of his institutions. And this is, for me, one of the most important Sfarim I learned from him, was the Or Chadash, this new light, this Rotzen you have to develop. And that's the real inner battle with sleep, to push off the sleep, to be able to keep doing the will of God, to do a higher purpose with the lack of sleep, and to use that lack of sleep to do the right thing. Hashem mamshech alav chesed l'macharas hayom, and the next day there's going to draw down this kindness, this goodness. Yamam savei Hashem chasta, because Hashem's going to command in the day His kindness. So by us learning Torah in these difficult moments, this holy dibur is elevated to its root, and it comes out mikach nimshachas ala malchus midas chesed. It draws down into malchus, which we said is night, the aspect of kindness, imalas shacha, and that transforms the night into day, which is this transformation from din through to malchus and then to chesed. Kashehi, and that's through tikkun dibur, because malchus pairs dibur. Kashehi mizvagus im ze anpin makabes mochin chadashim. And this is a very deep concept, but basically we will explain it at some point. But by drawing down making this the zivug and joining together ze anpin with this aspect of malchus and transforming the night into day, this is bringing down mochin chadashim, new mindsets, new understandings. Yeah, one of the main purposes of learning Torah, especially Shabbos Kodesh, every Shabbos you should try come out. It says in Halacha, it's brought in Mishnah Berurah and Shulchan Aruch. You should come out with every Shabbos with a new chiddush in Torah, a new musag, a new understanding. This is a musagim that you want to give your children, your family. Not musagim. Musagim means like, how would you translate musagim? Anyone here translate musagim? Like conceptions or your experiences, your understandings of how much money and success and physical pleasure you can have in this world, or you give them musagim of chidushei Torah, of new understandings, new mochin, new clarifications, new mindsets. This is the true goal, the true wisdom, the true blessing, the true gift. Be able to have clarity, to have deeper and deeper musagim, understandings of really what's going on in the world, of understanding yourself deeper and deeper, understanding your relationships, getting clearer and clearer. This is the tach brings you to levels of dveikus and simcha. This is what YITZCHAK should be about. And if we think about it, Avram Avinu, he's midas chesed. This is what his whole avoda. He brought down the biggest chiddush, the concept of a yid. He brought the Yiddish neshama into the world. Him and Sarah were able to, through their zivug, to bring down millions of Yiddish neshamas until now. And they were zoka to be the Ma'aser Avos Simon Lebonim, to go for, as we've learned already, they were able to go through all the tests. And Avram Avinu says in the Likutei Moharan is Bechinas Boker, he is this morning, this chesed. Bloshana Kabbalah, Seres HaChetz, Mekabim Niyom, and Seres HaGavuris, Mekabim Laila. So the midas of kindness of chesed is the day, and this is the sphere of Gavurah that's received in the night. B'chol Boker, Shalayla Hofech Liyom, and every night it turns into day. B'zgavris midas of chesed, and the attribute of kindness is gover, is conquering the din that takes place at night. the judgment. Midas Sha'av Avinu, habitui bokeh da Avram. Nevoem is vizoso Yitzer Sadofin Sha'av Avinu, kasher nistavu la'oket bano lo his mama ela v'yashkem Avram b'bokeh. We see even with the whole avoda, and we brought this in the Zohar Kodesh, already learnt this when the big test of YITZCHAK, he was able to overcome that nesoin of not wanting to offer up his son in such a holy way. He overcame it, and he went, like we mentioned already, from my Chavrusah, we mentioned, and it's a deep concept that Yitzchak Avinu, and I say this about my son who's sitting here now, the soldiers are in a higher madrega than Yitzchak Avinu because they're giving up everything. They're not asking their tati, where is the aisle? Yeah, to Avram Avinu, where's the aisle? They're just going straight into Mesiras Nefesh to help save Am Yisrael from our enemies in all different ways. Right now they're doing it through these fighter pilots in the air. Yeah, we have to have a bigger chorus tov to all these air fighter pilots and all the different parts of the soldiers who are, and the Mossad, all the people who've been strategizing about this for 20 years to make this operation as smooth as can be so we can have the least amount of missiles attacking us possible, and then even if they come, we can blow most of them out of the sky, and God forbid if any land, we have a whole system of people coming to help, Magid Adam, Matzala, and all the other agencies of good to bring down, like my wife is to be part of Magid Adam. This is the Mesiras Nefesh of our generation, like the Keres Yitzchak then, with Avram Avinu and Yitzchak, that we're willing to give up everything for Hashem and overcome the final test before Mashiach is coming. This is what we've been learning about in these beautiful shirim. This is the last stage when Mashiach comes. We mentioned it in the Real Kindness podcast, quoting that Bibi, he's doing his tafkid right now of his lchaim. He's doing his purpose of life by making this war with Iran, and that is a shlichus from the Rebbe, the Babitcher Rebbe, and we mentioned this. And I made a whole United Souls. I'll put the whole thing underneath in the description where I wrote about this and the link, so you can see it on Instagram. I made this whole post about how the Babitcher Rebbe gave a shlichus to Benjamin Netanyahu, and he's doing it. And as a people, we're doing it. And this is part of after Bibi is Mashiach. That's what people are saying. I don't know where it's written, or the people are speaking this. I mentioned this in the Real Kindness podcast. This is something very real. And that was before this war had even started on this level with Iran. V'remez l'dibor pagam deklipas sitra desaba zoamov mishalto shel chamor. So this is the concept of the chamor of the Delilah. Remember when Avram Avinu went, he left the chamor. He left Eliezer with the chamor. Yeah, he left these chamorim when he went with Yitzchak Avinu. The chamorim are these dinim, these judgments, the chamorius. This is the fallen aspects of physicality, the klipas, to come out from Malchus not in the right way. Lchaim bokeh or hamizgaber chesed came out of Avinu's light of chesed or shel Avram, the light of Avram. Melamed Torah shel Adam b'layla v'anoshim shluchu chayma chamoreim, and it pushes away all these klipas. And then we have the ability to mishtokek and mistalkus. Now we get to this last concept that we began with. This is divrei Boaz Larus. Oisa gila lepesa b'layla shehi shecheves margaloisav. That she was lying at his feet. Now Boaz didn't do any avera with Ruth. He was able to hold back and wait till the morning and redeem her so he can marry her and bring down the soul of Malchus Mashiach, which is the Sudas we're talking about now. V'sifra al hamasuka shabo shureses chamusa b'shal mavis ba'alein, and the death should be swallowed up. Shabatzona shi'ila legov. Her will was to what? To be redeemed. Devarim is kabu al daso, and the words that he said were on his das. Mechavein shebelayla lo yachol hi lepo tuvaso hoila let's asa b'savlanut lahabdin ad boker b'didusa. So this is a very deep concept, but basically he had to wait till the morning. He told her to have patience with his das, Boaz's das, that the redemption will come in the morning. There will be a redemption in the morning. And this is what we have to do now. It's a night, right now everything's on shutdown, it's a difficult time, We don't know the sirens coming on our phones. Anyone who's experiencing it, seeing the lights of the sky being lit up, and even in the dark, being lit up from not the good things, from dinim, from missiles, and wanting to come, God forbid, harm our people, Shem Shemenu. And we're waiting for the redemption. So says Boaz to Ruth, you have to wait till the morning, have a bit of sablanut. In this situation, we have to wait. We have to wait till the redemption comes. We have to wait till all the dinim are taken away, all these missiles are removed, all our enemies are removed. And then will come the clarity of the boker, these new mochin, these new chidushim, these new understandings. But it's going to come out from us removing all the dinim through fixing our speech and speaking together and being mechazik together like Boaz did with Ruth, in the right way, in the kedusha way, in the holy way, and joining together with that, fixing up our speech and elevating everything back to Hashem. With that koach, please God, we should be zocher to keep learning, keep growing, keep davening, keep being strong in our emunah. It's a testing times, it's historical times, Mashiach times, and please God, we zocher in the merit of the true tzaddikim, Avram Avinu, David HaMelech, Ruth, we should be zocher, please God, to Melech Mashiach, and the final Gula Shlema, like Ruth had her Gula and married Ruth and Boaz. We should be zocher to like Avram Avinu passing the Akedah, and all these soldiers, Malach Yeshar is passing their Akedah. And we should zocher to please God to Mashiach Sekenu, B'mheira V'yameinu, Amen. Once again, anyone wants to reach out, please do, and I'll put all this in the description below. Thank you for listening and sharing, and may we hear only good news together.